Okay, dear students, we are here with our new session, Geography. We were discussing in last sessions that lesson number 3, Rotation and Revolution. We discussed rotation of the Earth, characteristics of rotation, effects of the rotation of the Earth, like occurrence of the day and night, sunrise and sunset, Coriolis effect, the sun, the moon, and the stars seem to move from east to west. Then a centrifugal forces, rotation causes difference in time, then side of the earth. About this is what the effects of rotation of the earth. Now after that we discuss inclination of earth axis and its significance. There then next topic it was effect of the inclined axis on the duration of day and night. There we discussed 4 points. Then effect of the inclined axis on the seasons. Next one it was. Then after that we started to discuss the revolution of the earth. There we discussed characteristics of revolution, effects of revolution. Effects of revolution, it was a seasonal changes, inclination of axis and seasonal changes, perihelion and aphelion position. Then creation of heat zones, the torrid zone, the temperate zone, the frigid zone, these all we completed. Now solstices and equinoxes. We discussed what is solstice and what is equinox and the difference between solstice and equinox. This also we completed. Then angle of incidence and duration of daylight. Then cycle of seasons. We were last session we were discussing the cycle of season. Position on 21st June we completed. Now we are going to discuss position on 23rd September. That is what the page number 30. We are going to discuss what is it, position on 23rd September. On 23rd September, the sun is vertically overhead at the equator. That is what is happening. On 23rd September, what will happen? The sun is just above the equator. Okay. This is what 23rd September. The sun is vertically overhead at the equator and the days and nights are equal. That is what the speciality. Since it is just above the equator, then what will happen? Day also same, night also same. And it is autumn in northern hemisphere. That time you have to think when sun is just above the equator. Then what will happen? It is autumn in northern hemisphere and spring in the southern hemisphere. This is the shortest, we can say so. Let me see, you be here, let me see here. So this is what the, sun, then earth. Its earth will be here, so just above. So nearest position we have to think that one. That time only date which one? 23rd September. That time what will happen? The northern hemisphere autumn and southern hemisphere spring. On September 23rd, the duration of sunlight is 12 hours on all the places of the earth, since day and night are equal. So position on 22nd December. We just discussed now position on 23rd September. Now we are going to discuss on a position of a 22nd December. On 22nd December, the southern hemisphere tilted towards the sun. That time southern hemisphere will tilt towards the sun, like this. Sun and this side is away. This side they get direct rays. Okay. So southern hemisphere will experience summer. Areas beyond the Antarctic Circle experience 24 hours daylight. Antarctic Circle, that you have to think. Antarctic Circle, Antarctic is a southern hemisphere. This part 24 hours daytime. But this part, Arctic Circle, what will happen? This place they have 24 hours night time. So, being water hemisphere, the spectacle of midnight sun through more interesting. It's confined to navigators only. The south polar region had 24 hours of sunlight continuously for many days. It is summer in the southern hemisphere and winter in the northern hemisphere. And position on 21st March. Now we are going to see 21st March what will be the position. After 22nd December, the sun again begins to move towards the equator. That we said last time. This is sun, equator, Cancer, Capricorn. Okay, sun. First from equator to northern side, and from there back on equator, and again to Capricorn. Okay, then back to equator. This is what the movement of sun. On March 21st, the sun rays fall vertically over the equator. Again, it is falling on vertical equator. That time we have to think one thing. What is it? Sun, its orbit. First it was here, and another time they are here. And the 21st rays vertically over the equator, on sun's rays fall vertically over the equator. On this day, all places on the earth have equal days and night. Same way, same like 23rd September, this 31st March also will have equal day and equal night. But what will be? During these periods, spring in the northern hemisphere, early it was autumn in northern hemisphere, spring in southern. Now just opposite, spring in northern hemisphere, autumn in southern hemisphere. That is what the thing. And now let us see twilight in low and high latitude. It is clear that there is a generally great seasonal contrast as one moves from equator to the poles. That is already we said, if we start to walk from equator to poles, either it is north pole or to south pole, temperature changes we can experience. Temperature changes means variation of seasons. Why? Because of rotation and revolution and its shape, spherical in shape. This is what the reason behind it. Then, so next one, that this period, the period of diffused light between sunset and complete darkness is called sunset. Between the sunset, evening time, between the sunset and complete darkness is called dusk or twilight. And between the sunrise, morning and full daylight is known as dawn. And another one, this duration of twilight. Twilight means what is it? Dusk and dawn. This has considerable influence on season. The duration of twilight is large beyond 50% of latitude, and in polar regions, twilight lasts for as much as 7 weeks at a stretch. So, the twilight continues as long as 18 degree below the horizon. Its duration is 1 hour and 12 minutes at the equator. It goes on increasing towards the poles. At the poles, the duration is 50 days long during the 3 months of alternating period of day and night. This is because the period during which the refracted refracted light is received at the equator is short and the sun rises and sets in the vertical path there. On the other hand, the temperature latitude, the period of refracted light is longer and the sun rises and sets in the oblique path. That is why this is happening. It is much longer at the poles, and that is why the winter darkness there is only twilight. Okay, dear students, now we are completed the third lesson. Today I will publish the question answers too. So complete the copy and complete the project work too. Thank you. Have a nice day.